How you doing, Varun? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Jessica, how you doing? John, what's up, man? How you doing today, bro? Are you having a good Sunday? CMGO? Medman? What's up, Bassmaster Films? Mikey Levy. Jeremy 239 Cars Airport Kia. Jose Quintanilla. Kenny Green. Anthony. What's up, man? Soccer Star. Wow, we got 46 people in the house. Yo, what's up? We hanging out on a Sunday. We hanging out on a Sunday. It's true. I've been out all day. I just got my ass home. I went into the group chat. I'm like, yo, you guys think I should go live? They're like, what do you think? I was like, oh, should I? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So we're live. What's up, Angelo? Anthony, are you doing your homework? Do I think that MMS will chill at 9 cents? No. Good boy, good boy. Do your homework. Get your homework done before you watch some rich TV, okay? Did you get in C-Web? Man, that's a bad story that I don't want to talk about. C-Web has been a huge success. I brought that pick first. I just never bought it. But Rich TV Live is light? You mean lit? Lit is L-I-T. L-I-T-E is light. Come on, my son. You got to know this. Lit. Yes, lit. Rich TV Live is lit. Yo, that's the next gen in the room. My goodness. Losing my train of thought here, guys. So tomorrow. What will happen tomorrow? Okay, first and foremost, the Nikkei index is up 1.7%. This is a very good sign. Asia is already in the green. This is a very good sign for all the markets. When I look at stocks, you also have to look at the overall market sentiment. You can't just look at one stock. You have to look at the overall market sentiment. And if the market is doing a massive sell-off, chances are all the stocks across the board, most of the stocks will be in the red. If the market is in the green, typically what you will see is 60% or more of the stocks are in the green. That's the way it works. So if you watch the big indexes and you see that they're green, chances are it's going to be a good day. Everybody wants to call me in the middle of the show. They just don't understand that, you know, when the people are in, you know, this, what's the word? Brainstorming. When we're brainstorming winners, nothing else takes precedence. This is a real business, man. You're making me laugh, man. Institutional boys running the game. The institutional boys are always running the game. It's the institutions, the market makers, the insiders in the company that own the stock. They're the ones that play the game. We're just on the sidelines trying to get a little sliver little sliver of the game that the big boys are playing. The big boys are the ones that actually own the stock. The companies that own the stock, the CEOs that get the stock, the consultants that get the stock, the advisors that get the stock, the accountants that get the stock, the shareholders that get the stock, the employees that get the stock, the CEO, the COO, the CFO, they all get stock. And then what they do is they sell it to the market maker. So here's a public company, and the public company has to have shareholders. So let's pretend the public company is Rich TV Live. So Rich TV Live goes public, and all the shareholders are all you guys. You guys are all the shareholders. You own shares. So you actually control the float because you own the shares. So the people that own the shares, they control the float. They decide if they want to sell or if they want to hold their shares. If they don't sell, you get a situation like what we had with Tilray. Nobody's selling. Stock goes up from $20 to $300. That is what a tightly held company is all about. Now, usually what happens is companies use stock to do acquisitions. They use stock to pay employees. They use stock to pay accountants, lawyers, insiders, everything, right? So they use these shares legally to pay people. This is why the caretaker at Facebook became a millionaire, because he got paid in stock too. So everybody that's involved in these companies, they're getting paid in stock. I need you guys to understand what's going on here. So there's a public company here. Let's say it's Rich TV Live, and all the shareholders are you guys. You control the float. Now, some of you are going to say, I'm never going to sell. But as soon as you get a chance to sell, you're going to sell, and nobody's going to know because that's your business. It's your business when you sell. When you have shares in a public company, it's your decision to decide when you sell. Nobody can legally tell you when to buy or sell. So I need you guys to understand this. You have to really understand what is happening with these companies. The people that are selling in these companies are the insiders. And then it's the insiders that are selling to the market makers and the institutions and the whales and the investors. They then pick up the shares. Whenever these guys decide to start sprinkling their shares, they pick up the shares, and then they decide from there what they're going to do with it. Whether they're going to take it up, whether they're going to take it down, whether they're going to play a merry-go-round. This is what happens in the markets. You guys really need to understand this. This is how we become the most powerful community on the planet. Not because we can move the markets, because nobody moves the markets. We here at Rich TV Live, we cannot move the markets. Don't think I can move the markets, and don't think that you can move the markets, okay? Only thing we can do is participate. We just participate. The only way you move the market is if you own the public company. If you're Rich TV and you own 50 million shares and you got all the stock, and then let's just say that all of your investors, the shareholders, you guys got another 50 million shares. So let's just say we got 100 million shares. And let's just say we go public at $3. Are you guys selling? Some of you are going to sell, especially if you see the price go up, right? You're going to sell. So when you sell, it's the market makers at that point in time that are buying your stock, and then they start to trade your stock back and forth. They make a market in the security. They buy it at $2, they sell it at $2.20. They buy it at $2.10, they sell it at $2.30. They buy it at $2.20, they sell it at $2.40. Then they say, oh, you know what? I'm going to short it now because it's really high up and it's overvalued. So a whole bunch of bad news goes out on the company. Lawsuits happen, MedMen. Insider issues, MedMen, right? Buying opportunity, right? And what happens is people start selling stock. They start, they panic. They panic. They start selling stock. And then it's the market makers sitting there going, oh, thank you, guys. They start buying all your shares. Cheap, 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 cheap. And then whenever the stock gets really, 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 really high, and it's like at an all-time high, 52-week high, when a lot of you guys and even guys like me want to buy it because we're excited. We get pumped up. We want to buy it. It's great, right? You know what they're doing? They're sitting there waiting for a 52-week high, just watching it, going, oh, wow, look how high it's going. Oh, that's a lot of meat on that bone. Look how high it's going. Oh, my goodness, there's a lot of meat on that bone. And right when it gets to the very top, they're like, all right, boys, saddle up. And that's when they short the shit out of it down. They know when they're going to short it. We don't know when they're going to short it. They know when they're going to short it. You ask, who are they? They're the insiders. They're the short traders. They're the whales. They're the institutions. They're the market makers. They're the hedge funds. They're the guys that are going to say, oh, this is a 52-week high. It's too high. Let's take it down now. And that's the game, guys. So this is why I say to you, do not buy anything I talk about, because it could be hot 1 second, and then a second later, bad news comes out and the company goes down. So you have to understand this, okay? You also have to realize that if you watch my video a day late, then you're listening to old news. That's the other thing you have to realize. So it's craziness. It's craziness. It's crazy talk when people actually say that they're buying my stocks. That's crazy talk. I don't want to hear that anymore. I do not want to hear anybody is buying my stocks. I do not want to hear you're buying my picks. I want to hear you're buying your stocks. I want to know why it's your stock. I want to know why it's your pick. I want to know why I should be buying your picks. Sell me on the reason I should be buying your picks, because I'm an investor too, and I'll buy your picks if they're good. If you can show me a pick that I think is good, I'll do a video on it. So right now we're talking about picks for tomorrow. I always want to make sure that I'm educating the community, that the community understands what's really going on in the markets. This is not just like a money machine casino in your house. There's a real business behind this stock, okay? And the business is a game of the insiders in that stock and the market makers who own a piece of that stock. Now, who are the market makers that own a piece of that stock? It's the banks. So when you read carefully about Lyft, Lyft, they did their IPO on Friday. Lyft has a lot of banks that are invested in Lyft. What does that mean when those banks have invested in Lyft? I'm going to ask you guys, because I want to know if you guys are on my wavelength, if you guys see what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. What does it mean when Rich TV Live says we're going to go public on a senior exchange and we're going to now have shares for sale on the public market, and the people that are going to be selling those shares are this bank, this bank, this bank, this bank, this bank, and this bank? What does that mean exactly? Do you guys know what that means? Think about it. Rich TV Live is going public, and Rich TV Live is working with Canaccord, and Canaccord is selling shares. What does that mean? Very good, Philip. Big money holders. Those are the guys that own the stock now. So when we go public, what I do is I go to you guys and I say, okay, guys, you guys are my shareholders. We've got 100 million shares and we're going public on the New York Stock Exchange. We need the market to trade. So we need to sell a portion of our stock. So we're going to sell 40% of our company to these 10 banks, and they're all going to own a piece of the company. They're going to own 40% of the float. That creates the market. Boom! Mind blown. That's what it is. I hope you guys learned something. That's what it is. So it's the company and then all those banks that have invested in the company, that have got shares in the company, that own a piece of the company. They have to give money for that. Okay? They had to give money for that 40%. That's called first money in, first money out. The guy who takes the company public at that point could just sell his whole stake and say, you know what? I'll sell 40% of my stake to these banks, no problem. I just want to see the company succeed. Maybe I'll keep a little bit. Or maybe I'll just be first money in, first money out. So I need you guys to understand what's going on here. So when people say to me, oh, Rich, you talked about MMS and it exploded and then it imploded. Do you think I have anything to do with that? Honestly, do you really in your heart of hearts think I have anything to do with that when I have small 30,000 shares, 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares? There's people out there with millions of shares, okay? Do you think my shares are significant? And do you honestly think the people that are watching are going to go and buy so much MMS just because I mention it that it's going to make a dent. Come on, guys. Don't be naive, okay? I do not want to be a part of a community of naive traders. I want you guys to be the best, okay? So I need you guys to really understand what is happening in the market. And today is your education, okay? First and foremost, any stock that's under a penny, 99% of them are scams. I just want to make sure you guys understand it full blown. When you invest in anything under a penny, 99% of the time you will lose. They are scams. Straight up scams. They are businesses that are in the business of selling paper, meaning stock. They are stock selling schemes. Fact, okay? And if you guys want to continue to learn, I need more likes, man. 119 likes, 44. 119 people watching, 44 likes. That's almost a slap in the face. I'm just going to put on some music. And then if you guys want to continue this, I need 100 likes. Otherwise, I'm just going to go. Because I got things to do. I got to paint and I got things I got to do. But it's kind of like a slap in the face, man. Like, seriously. I have to ask for likes? Look, now we're up to 62. It's almost shameful that I have to ask for likes at this point. After doing this for 2 years. Nobody else is doing this, guys. Nobody else is giving you this education. So I want to make sure you guys understand, if I'm going to give you this education, you need to give me likes. That's all I ask. You might not even like me, but if you want this education, you're going to have to hit the like button. Otherwise, I'm going to go. And I'm not kidding. I always got things to do. You know, like I'm a busy guy. I'm a really busy guy. So if you want the education, great. But if you don't, that's cool too. I know that this education for me, when I learned it, blew my mind. Blew my mind. But everybody's different. You know what I mean? You might just think I'm just jabbering. Because I don't think anyone on YouTube has ever given away this information that I'm giving you guys for free, once again. But I'm doing it for a reason. Trying to educate you guys to be the best. And I know that 95% of you guys are blessed because I see that our like to dislike ratio is 95% likes to 5% dislikes. And I'm really, really thankful. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you guys for the 80 likes you've given me so far today, because that is a blessing. Okay. Now, my goal is 100 because I know we have 120 people watching. So it isn't that hard for us to do it. However, it doesn't mean that if you have hit the like that your likes don't have value. I want to make sure you guys understand that you all have value. And at Rich TV Live, you all have a voice. You will always have a voice here. You will always have a voice. You don't even have to say anything if you don't want to, but if you want to, you'll always have a voice. I don't care if you're misunderstood. I don't care if you did bad in school. I don't care if you have no money in your pocket. I don't care if you have 10 million in your pocket. I'm going to treat you the same way. And all I ask is that you treat me the same way. You know, I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. That's just the way I look at life, right? You know, if you treat me with respect, I got a lot of respect for you. You treat me with love, I got love for you. You treat me like a brother, I treat you like a brother. You treat me like a bitch, you know what I'm not going to treat you anyway. I'm just not going to talk to you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just simple as that. So here at Rich TV Live, we're developing the best. I'm not interested in developing someone to be average. You were average before you got into Rich TV Live. Once you join this community, you're no longer average because we are doing above average things. I'm just an average guy, but I have above average goals. You might be average right now. You might even be dead broke. You might have nothing. But one thing I can tell you is when you have nothing, and I've been there, believe me, I've been there. When you have nothing and you lose it all, that is the best place to start because there's only one place to go, and that's up. So you really got to believe that, okay? And I truly believe that for myself and for others, that greatness is around the corner. If you haven't already achieved greatness in your life, for you, happiness, freedom, doing whatever makes you happy. That's really, for me, the meaning of life, right? People are like, what's the meaning of life? I want to figure out the meaning of life. I always joke with my kids, you know, eternal life, right? But you know, well, really, what's the meaning of life? My meaning of life is doing what I want to do when I want to do it and not having any conditions. That's it for me. That is the true meaning of life. Doing what makes you happy. Some people want to be in a relationship. Some people want to be single. Do what makes you happy. Some people like to party. Some people like to watch Netflix. Do what makes you happy. Some people like to buy stocks. Some people like to buy houses. Do what makes you happy. I know guys that are really rich and they just want to live in the woods. They're crazy, but that's what makes them happy. So at the end of the day, everybody's different, right? Like, I'm not here to change anybody. I just want to change the way people look at the markets. I want to change the way you think about the markets. I want to change the way you attack the markets, because the market is not a game. It is very dangerous. You can lose everything. You can also become a multi-billionaire if you get good at the markets. This is the beauty of the markets. And if we can build a team that is more prepared, that is better at winning than any other team, then don't you think we just become the dream team? And don't you think that this dream team right here, the people that are part of this community right here, don't you think that we become blessed? I don't know. Seems like a winning, I don't know. It's like, seems like a winning philosophy. Seems like a winning combination. You take a bunch of good people and you show them how to make money, and you give them incentives to help other people make money. Isn't that a fantastic thing? And then you join the community for free and you automatically get picks that are going up 350% in a day. It's happening all the time. Like, if you guys are you guys part of our Telegram? If you're not part of the Telegram, then you're totally missing out. Like, there's only one group to really be a part of, and it's the Telegram. Straight up. And anybody that's in the Telegram, I want to know, are you guys getting winning picks in the Telegram every morning before the market opens? I want to ask you guys this. Are you getting winning picks every single morning before the market opens? Every single day. I want to know. I'm not the one talking. I ain't saying shit. Let the people in the group decide. Let the people talk. What is it? Are you guys getting winning picks? I want to know. Yes or no? Yes or no? We're at 98 likes. Wow. Thank you guys for the 98 likes, man. That's a blessing right there. IGNG. We found it in the group first. Sergio talked about it when it was at 2 cents. It went to 35 cents. That's a big winner. Over 1,000% return. CVB. Kathy brought it into the group last week. Oh yeah, that happened to go up 400% in a day. That was last week. IGNG was the week before that. The same week as IGNG, I brought you guys, thanks to Joe, MMS. MMS went up 100%. Then the next day they went up 50%. They're up 150%. People don't want to sell. I sold. I told everybody I sold. Stock goes down. What do you expect? This is what I mean. Like, I need you guys to understand this is a game. Remember what I told you guys. Market makers, insiders, all these guys, they're all inside. So what's the first thing you should be looking at when you look at a stock? What's the first thing you should look at when you look at the stock? I'm trying to teach you guys and prepare you for tomorrow. Forget the fucking picks, man. You need to know what you're doing before you look at the picks. What's the first thing you look at when you look at a stock? Answer the question. You guys are smart. Volume. Thank you. Volume. Shares. Thank you. Volume and shares. Those are the two most important things. What next? News. Volume, shares, news. What next? Management. Volume, shares, news, management. You got to look at those four things, okay? If you look at the volume and you see MMS is going up and the volume is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, it was hitting 20 million shares a day, okay? Then all of a sudden, I see it go down and I'm like, I look at the volume. Volume went down to like 5 million shares. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. These guys are playing a game. So they took it up. The market makers, not me, not you, the market makers, the guys inside MMS, the management who owns the stock, guys. Think about it. They own the stock. They're the ones dumping into us, man. Don't you know what's up? They're dumping into us. So when we're excited about it and we're buying it like a bunch of guys, remember, we're just slivers. We're just little slivers buying into this momentum. The insiders, the bankers, they're the ones selling. Selling. So all of a sudden, the volume was 20 million. They were selling. They were good, right? All of a sudden, the volume dries up. So you know what they do? What do you think they do? What do you think they do? They say, fuck it. Let's sell some more. There's still bids there. People are still buying it. Let's sell some more. Hit bids, hit bids, hit bids, hit bids, hit bids. Take it fucking down. Take it fucking down. Take it fucking down. They don't give a shit. Who's taking it down? It's not me or you. Maybe it's some people panic selling, but it's the market makers, it's the insiders that own the millions of shares. They're the ones that are selling it, guys. So that's why you got to wait until they're done selling, done being greedy and pulling money off the table. And then what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do next? What do you think they're going to do next after they just made millions of dollars out of the market? What do you think they're going to do next, guys? Come on. I know you guys are smart. There's 141 people watching right now. They buy it back. Bam! Geniuses right here. They buy it back. Exactly. And when they buy it back, at what price did they buy it at? They buy it at the bottom. They buy it at the bottom, but they got all this cash, and they got all these friends, and all these guys just made all this money. And they're all like, all right, boys, like, let's, sit on the bid, let's sit on the bid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need you guys to understand the game. This is what I'm saying to you guys. You have to sell your stocks. You have to sell your stocks. So do not hold on to these stocks because the people that are selling it are the people on the inside. Once in a while, you get insiders like Tilray that don't want to sell. And the stock will go to 300. And then maybe at 300, at that point in time, that's when they had to be slowed down. They got stopped by the regulators. Tilray had to get stopped by the regulators. Look at why Tilray got stopped. They went to $300 and they got stopped by the regulators because the shorters were getting squeezed and the shorters were going to get out of business. Andrew Left admitted that Kronos Group was one of the worst situations that ever happened to his company. Andrew Left admitted that Kronos Group short squeeze was one of the worst things that ever happened to his business. He had to get the regulators involved because the regulators don't want the short traders to get flipped inside out. The regulators don't want the market makers to get flipped inside out. The regulators don't want the bankers to get flipped inside out. So I need you guys to understand the game, what's going on here. This is a game, okay? And you have to really understand that when you're buying a stock, you're buying a public company. Those public companies have shares. The insiders have shares, and then they give shares. They don't give. Banks invest to own a portion of the float. And then they play with the stock, and they short it and they long it because that's what they do. They're market makers. They make money in the market. They make money on a spread. They buy it at $10, sell it at 11. They sell it at 11, buy it at 10. A short trade is you sell it first, you buy it back. A long trade is you buy low, you sell high. So they play this game all day long. So if we get really good to play the game within the game and we learn how to play the game within the game and we take measures to protect our equity like putting in stop losses and we learn to play momentum, we watch the companies like hawks and we work as a unit to find the winners every single day our community will find winners. The question is, will you buy them? And that's up to you. I'm not suggesting you do. But we have built such a powerful machine here with our community that every single day we will buy winners and we will find winners. The key now is whether or not we are going to take the risk. Some of it is very risky. A lot of it is very risky, to be quite frank. Everything is a risk. So when you say, hey, Rich, what are you buying tomorrow? Honestly, I'm not really interested in buying anything until I see how the market opens. I'm not going to buy anything pre-market. That's insanity. It's been holding over the whole weekend. Who knows where these stocks are going to open up tomorrow? Nobody knows where these stocks are going to go open up tomorrow. So I'm not going to buy anything pre-market. I'm going to watch the market, and then I'm going to kind of be like, okay, what am I watching today? What am I buying today? What am I selling today? That's kind of how I'm going to look at the market. I want you guys to be more strategic with your money. When I say invest in the best because the best is blessed, I'm talking about your money. So why wouldn't you put your money in like the best companies as opposed to putting your money in something that could be risky? Like invest in the Amazons and the Googles of the world, the Facebooks of the world. These are the biggest and the brightest. You know, the Aurora Cannabises, the Canopy Growths, these Chronos Groups, these have been huge successes based on the stock and the company, right? Now, do I think that Canopy Growth and Chronos Group and Tilray are overvalued? Yes. Do I believe that the prices will come down? Yes. Why? Because the market makers will say so. They've already proven it. When Andrew Leff got shorted on Chronos Group and then he started putting out information and news saying that they were overvalued, you saw Chronos Group got in trouble with the regulators and the stock went down, which means you're not going to be trading higher than your value. You might do it temporarily, but eventually the market makers will get it right. The market makers will eventually get it right, which means the stock will trade eventually where they should trade. And if you look at it right now, there's stocks right now that are trading at $60 in America that are making like billions of dollars. And there's not one cannabis company right now in the whole cannabis sector that is making $1 billion. But there are cannabis companies trading over 100. So this entire industry is a big bubble. Now you can make money in a bubble. A lot of people get rich in a bubble, but you need to understand you got to stay in cash. You have to stay in cash. Cash is king. If you don't stay in cash, you're always taking a risk because at any point in time, the bubble can burst. And if you're holding stocks when that bubble bursts, you're fucked. It's like holding real estate. If you're holding real estate and the market crashes, you're fucked. That's a fact. So this is why you need to, I'm always in and out. I'm in and out. I'm in and out. I'm in and out because I'm not Warren Buffett. I don't want to wait 40 years. I don't want to wait 20 years. I thought about it. I tried it. I don't like it. I'm in and out guy. I want to go in and out, make some money, go on a vacation. I mean, that's just the way I think. So, you know, Warren Buffett has his strategy and I got my strategy. Man, I like to go in and out. I like to stick and move. And I think with our community, we're able to find enough winners that you don't have to hold these stocks. You can if you want to. But then you're subject to the pain and suffering of the market and the roller coaster every day and the crashes in the market that happen every 10 years as a cycle. It's like a toilet. Every once in a while, it needs to be flushed when you fill it with all kinds of different things. So unfortunately, I've learned this, and fortunately, I've learned this through trial and error. And I want to make sure that people within this community learn to not make the same mistakes I've made. So you have to understand first what you're doing before you do it. Because if you just get into stocks, but you don't have a plan, you will not succeed. 98% of traders fail. So how do we break that streak of bones of shareholders' losses, years and years of bones of shareholders' losses, pain and suffering? How do we break that streak? How do we beat the streak? We've got to be smart. We have to be calculated. We have to understand the game that we're playing. We have to understand who's playing the game. We have to understand who's selling and who's buying and who's putting out the news. And why do they put out news? They put out news so that the stock goes up, guys. Like, do you guys understand that? So have you ever heard the saying, buy rumor, sell news? It's fact because the smart money, all the people on the inside, they buy the rumor because that's when it's going up. They buy before the rumor and then it goes up pre news. And then as soon as the news drops, it's a liquid event. So everybody that's holding, all the insiders, everybody, they all know that that day the news is dropping. So they're all selling. They're telling their buddies, oh, I'm not selling. But meanwhile, they're selling. They might be selling on a private account, offshore account, an account in their wife's name. Who the fuck knows? But I'm telling you, they're selling. This is what happens in the market, man. And then what happens is everybody gets in a room and everybody points fingers. It was you. It was you. It was you. No, it wasn't me. No, it was Rich TV. It was that Rich TV guy and all his community doing the selling because they got millions of shares, because they got billions of dollars. Not quite. So this is really important for you guys to know. I think it's vital. Maybe I shouldn't give you guys this information, but I really don't care. So I'm going to tell you guys what it is. And eventually we're going to be public ourselves. So there's no reason to hide anything. I'm going to be very transparent because when you're public, you have to be transparent. But even when you're transparent, there's ways to be transparent and do things that are legal. But just because it's legal doesn't mean that it isn't calculated to ensure that you're going to generate stupid amounts of money. So that's why people go public, guys. Why does a company go public? Why does Lyft and Uber go public? Because they were losing money, so they needed another way to make money. So how do they make money? By selling a bunch of shares. So you're a private company, you own stock, you have a private entity, it's got value. You get shares in that company. They're selling a portion of their shares, 40% of their shares, to the banks that now own their float. And then they keep 60% between themselves and their shareholders. That's the game. That's the game. So you guys have to understand the game. They went public because they need money. But they're not the only ones. Everybody's public. McDonald's, Nike, World Wrestling Federation. They all public. Everybody's public. TD Bank, CIBC, RBC, Scotia, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. Even Warren Buffett is public. Why do you think? Because whenever Warren Buffett needs a little extra cash, he can just sell stock. What a great theory. It's like having your own bank. You know, a public company is a poor man's legitimate expression of operating his own bank. Because whenever you can print securities, whenever you can print shares, that is ultimately the ability to print money. So I need you guys to understand, when you have a public company, you have a license to print money. So you're operating like the Federal Reserve Bank. That's why every time TD Bank wants to raise some money, they go and sell stock. So, yeah, people want to know why Rich TV wants to go public? Because we want to raise a lot of fucking money. And you know what? No one's going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. And that's why you're going to remember me. So at the end of the day, I just want to, open up all those shadows, all those dark shadows and all those games that get played behind the curtain. I want to fucking open that curtain. And I want you guys to know what's what. So when you're buying these piece of shit penny stocks and you have a chance to win, take your winnings, okay? I don't want to have to ask you again. Seriously. Because you have no clue how quickly those shady ass motherfucking insiders or those CEOs want to sell and dump into your buying, and they don't give a shit what price that stock trades. If they got to take that stock down to nothing, they'll take it to nothing. That's a fact. So I just want you guys to understand, penny stocks are the most dangerous thing on earth. They're the most dangerous thing on earth. Do not hold penny stocks. Now, if you choose to hold penny stocks, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? 99% of penny stocks will fail. Look at all the penny stocks under a penny, make a big chart, watch them all for a year, and then at the end of the year, show me how many went up and how many went down. Everybody talks about the ones that went up. Nobody wants to talk about the ones that go down. That's just the way it works, okay? So at the end of the year, people will talk about, especially the promoters, the stock promoters. They'll be like, oh, I called this pick and I called that pick. They'll talk about the 5 picks that went up, thousands of %, right? They'll never talk about the ones that failed. So I just want you guys to understand, when you see these companies and you're bringing up FSD Pharma, it's a great example. FSD Pharma has 1 billion shares. Do you guys understand how rich the CEO is now? 1 billion shares at 20 cents is an outstanding amount of money. It's $200 million. So when you ask why they have so many shares, I just laugh and I smile because I'm not here to call anybody out or say anything to anybody. At the end of the day, I only get judged on what I do and everybody gets judged on what they do. When we go public, I promise you this, we will not have more than 50 to 100 million shares. Just telling you the way it's going to be. And that's why everybody's going to want to invest in Rich TV. I'm not going to be one of those companies with 1 billion shares. So You know, and people are like, oh, you know, who's going to be your shareholders? Well, who do you think? There's 156 people watching right now. We'll start with them. We'll give you guys all the friends and family discount. You guys can get in at 10 cents, and then we'll raise money at 25 cents. Then we'll raise money at 50 cents with banks. And then we'll raise money at $1. And then we'll raise money, I don't know, between $2 to $5. And all the friends and family will get in at 10 cents. I know there's a lot of subscribers that have told me already, Rich, I want to be in your first round. I'm like, sure, of course. You guys are family. La familia. So you guys want to know what it is? I'm telling you what it is, man. There's so many guys out there trying to be rich, right? They're trying to be like Rich TV. They're trying to get in the stock game. They're trying to be this. They're trying to be that. I just want to keep raising the bar. Because, guys, I got files, man. You guys don't even want to know. I can sit here all day. But I don't want to bore you guys, right? I got 154 people watching, so got to keep people entertained. So I want to give you guys something new. Every day, I'm going to give you guys a little something new. Every day, I want to give you guys a little something new to make sure that you guys are monsters. I want you guys to be the best. Seriously. The way I think, I just want you guys to be the best. Because if you guys are the best and you guys are winning and you guys are sharing the pics in the Telegram, then I'm winning too. That's how we get blessed. This is the beauty of the Telegram and the beauty of the community. It all feeds into each other. You know? Like, I put up a picture on Instagram of me with a milkshake, right? And then one of the subscribers is like, yo, Rich, nice milkshake, right? And then other members right away are like, yo, Rich, this guy's commenting on your milkshake. And I'm like, well, that's cool. He can comment on the milkshake. Like that. I'm on Instagram. Like people are watching everywhere. You're going to comment, right? So like, I feel like I have so much protection because I have this whole community protecting me right now. Everybody's like watching every word, you know? And it's special. It's special. It's nice to be a part of this. Honestly, the best way to learn the markets is to not even trade. Just pick some stocks and just say, okay, let's pretend I'm going to buy these 10 stocks this week. Let me buy them and see at the end of the week if I was right or wrong. And just test yourself over and over again until you get good. And then once you get really good, you're going to know. And then you're ready. At that point, you're ready. You're like, okay, I'm ready. The biggest thing you do when you trade is you got to get in and you got to get out. There's two actions: getting in low, getting out high. Or if you're short selling, getting in high and getting out low. Two actions. It's really simple when you think about it, but man, the emotions of when a stock is up versus when it's down, it's a roller coaster ride, and everybody goes through those emotions. And that's what makes it so exhilarating, right? That's what makes it so exhilarating. It's the highs and the lows. It's the casino in your living room while you're trading naked. Speaking of trading naked, if you guys want to win, you need to trade naked. So Yoda, one of our members, he started streaking every time he won. He would streak. So then he would talk about in the group chat how he would streak and he would take his clothes off and he would get naked. So we started talking about trading naked, and we had a really big week one week thanks to Sergio, and we did really well on IG and G. So we started trading naked. We started talking about trading naked, and then Ill Kid made this song for Yoda. Trading naked.
We naked trading out here, baby.
So if you want to win next week, I'm not saying you have to trade naked, but a lot of us will be trading naked. It's kind of a superstition. So you're welcome to participate. You're all doing it in the comfort of your own home. Namaste is making you sad. Stay away from the unhappy and the unlucky. That's all I gotta say. What do you want me to say about Namaste, man? People bother me because I talk about it, so I'm just ain't gonna talk about it. When am I planning to list on the market? We're working on all kinds of deals right now. Stay tuned. Selling naked is the best feeling. 100% agree. Yo, guys, 128 likes, man. You guys are lit. Wow. Wow. Mad respect for you guys, man. Best community on the planet right here. Naked trading. Naked trading. You gotta have fun, man. Naked trading. It's too good, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Love everything about it. Love it. So yeah, that's Ill Kid, Naked Trading, man. Just dropping hits. Just dropping hits. Non-stop dropping hits. Love Suniva. I like TGIF, but it just doesn't move, man. It's just like boring. Planet 13, I like them too. I like Vegas. TGIF is in Vegas too. I like those two plays, but for whatever reason, TGIF, it doesn't move. You think that Ill Kid beats Drake and Meek Mill? Hey, man, I think eventually, if we just keep putting on music, eventually he will get discovered. It's just a matter of time. What do I say about BLPG? Well, I own 2 million shares. I can tell you that. Other than that, they've been a massive failure. Other than that, that's a stock I bought by mistake, you know? And then I bought some more to lower my costs, but they don't seem to want to do anything significant. You can't wait to own some rich stock? Me either, man. I want to own some rich stock. Trust me. I did hear that sugar reverse takeover rumor. I did. You want to invest in Ill Kid? Yeah, you can invest in Ill Kid. Volume is the key in any stock, 100%. If you see volume is growing, that means interest is growing. That's the market makers pushing that stock, guys. It's not me. Don't be foolish, okay? It's the market makers that make the markets. Now, what makes the stock? Revenue. Revenue, revenue, revenue. Revenue and good news. And a good marketing team to get the name out there so people buy the stock. That's what it is. Yo, Phil, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Happy Sunday to you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for joining my home. Thank you for bringing me into your home. AZFL volume is not bad though, Rich. You know, once again, you're talking about like a sub penny at the bottom. So, you know, I'm not going to be sitting here telling people about AZFL. It's like at the very bottom. Could it work? Yeah, it's 1 in 100. Maybe 1 in a million. You sold Sproutly last week, Phil? Genius. Genius trading. Buy the rumors, sell the news. It's as good as it gets right there. Could go higher, but he can always buy it again. Don't feel like you lost out, man. Usually when you think you've lost out on something small. Like, for example, I bought CXXI at like $2, sold it at 218, then it went to 240. I bought it at 240. So what did I really lose? 20 cents? Whatever. Sugar RTO. I heard that there could be an RTO with sugar, yes. Neo is tanking. Is it a buy? At some point it'll be a buy, but they had massive losses. What's my opinion on Juju? You know what? They have been a huge disappointment so far. So either they're going to just be a disappointment forever or they're going to get their act together. I'm not willing to bet on them. So that's my feeling about them right now. I just don't want to buy piece of shit companies. I just don't want to hold them in my account anymore. I want to hold the best. I truly believe it's important to hold the best. You guys want to know what I'm holding right now? I'm not going to tell you my weaker holdings. I'm only tell you the ones I'm really, really proud of, okay? Which are more like big board stocks. But I got CXXI, ACB, Medman, Entrust, Ianthus. That's 5 Rivers. What am I missing? Oh, ZYNE. This is my fabulous 7 that I'm holding right now, as of now, going into tomorrow. I am going to most likely sell all 7 of these this week if I see good green. And that's the way I think. If I don't see green, I'm just going to hold them. And if they go down, I may buy more. And that's just kind of like the way I want to trade. Hey, Big Rich, my Habs versus your Leafs playoffs. Yeah, I think that the Leafs would have no problem beating the Habs, but I don't see the Leafs beating Boston. So I don't think the Leafs are going very far, unfortunately. I would love for them to be Boston. As a fan, I'll be rooting for them to be Boston, but man, Boston is just too good. They're just filled with veterans, and the Leafs are filled with young guys. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, Habs are just, they're not good enough. But Toronto, Winnipeg, and Calgary are all pretty strong. So it would be nice to have a Canadian Stanley Cup final. But I doubt it'll happen, but it would be nice. No, I sold my North. I lowered my cost and got out of North. I got in when the momentum stopped, so I had to get my way out before it came down. Go Habs, go. My Flames will beat any of you. Yeah, the Flames are looking good, man. The Flames are looking good. Flames, Winnipeg, and Toronto all look good as Canadian teams. Yeah, KSHB, I've bought it a few times, but it just is, it's not like it moved to almost $6 and then just came back down. Like, I don't know. It's not, yes, I have 10,100 shares of MMS. You live in Winnipeg and you cheer for Calgary? Come on, bro. That's not right. How could you do that? Oh, the Jets weren't around. So that's good. So you stuck with your team. That's good. I respect that. I'm a Leafs fan. I live in Vancouver, and there's no way I'm cheering for the Canucks ever. I can't even watch the Canucks. Oh, it's like the worst watching the Canucks. And the announcers here in Vancouver, they are nothing to Joe Bowen. Joe Bowen is a legend in Toronto. He is so good as an announcer. He gets so excited. These announcers, they make you want to sleep. The Canucks could be winning 7-0. It's like, oh, and the Canucks score another goal. It's now 7-0 Canucks. It's like, why don't you wake the fuck up, man? Joe Bowen is like, the Leafs score again! And he's going crazy after every goal. Joe Bowen is nuts, man. He goes crazy. The Leafs could be down 5-2. They score to make it 5-3. The Leafs scored 5-3. Let's go, Leafs. Let's go, Leafs. He's go. Holy mackerel, right? I grew up around Joe Bowen, and then you come here to Vancouver, and these announcers are trash. They freaking suck. Even the announcers on the radio suck, and even the radio stations suck out here. They're terrible. In Vancouver, they don't have one hip-hop radio station. Not one. It's the worst. It's top 40 over and over and over again. It's just love song after love song after love song. It's like, what the hell is this? Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, it's terrible. I can't even turn on the radio. It's so bad. I have to listen to AM constantly. Bloomberg radio for me. I don't mind it because I get all the picks from Bloomberg. It's good. But man, the radio stations here in Vancouver suck. Donkey balls. Terrible, terrible radio stations. Like, I'm dying for a little bit of, like 103.5 from Toronto. I'm dying for it. I'm like dying for like 93.5. You know what I mean? I'm dying for 104.9 on the dial. Dying for some hip hop. It's so bad. So bad. Oh, so weak. So weak. Yeah, I'm coming back to the East Coast, man. Eventually. I have to. Dying out here, man. It's terrible. ACB with Pepsi? Yeah, man, that would be sick. Aurora Cannabis with Coke or Pepsi? I'll take either or. I got 1,000 shares of ACB, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yo, Joe, am I right? Vancouver sucks ass, right? The party scene here is nothing on Vancouver. Vancouver has nothing on Montreal. First of all, Montreal's party scene is the best in Canada. And believe me, I partied everywhere in Canada. Nothing touches Montreal. Montreal is number one, okay? Toronto is number two. Vancouver's probably last. Like, Vancouver's the worst. You want to party here? All it is a bunch of cokeheads. They're in lineups. They're in lineups in the bathroom, and they're just doing coke all night. It's fucked up. It's the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Just like a bunch of zombies. It's terrible. Worst club scene ever. Zombies. There's a bunch of zombies. Like just degenerates. But yeah, Montreal is epic and Toronto's epic. Yeah, coke is really bad when they're all dying with fentanyl. They're all dying here. It's crazy. And they still lining up for the bathroom with their friends, get in that stall to kill themselves. It's just so stupid. Oh my goodness. Very scary as a parent these days, man. Yeah, Montreal's always been the best party scene for Canada. It's not even close. Man, I ain't snitching, man. I'm just telling facts, man. The club scene here is whack. It's just a joke. So bad. Like, the club scene is so bad in Vancouver that the best bar is a freaking dive rock bar. And it's just a meat market. It's the biggest meat market. And if you guys are from Vancouver, you know exactly which club I'm talking about. There's one on Granville. Everybody goes to it. It's a meat market from hell. And everyone just gets shit-faced. And it's just a massive meat market. It's the best club in Vancouver. And you guys probably know. I don't even want to say it because it's so weak. Like, in Toronto, like, no one would even go there. No one would even step foot in it. It's like a dive bar. It's bad. I'm embarrassed to even mention it. Yeah, if you're from Toronto and then you come to Vancouver, it's rough, man. Oh, okay. So there's a street here called Hastings. My goodness. Hastings is the most craziest thing I've ever seen. They are, like, for a few blocks, it's all crackheads and zombies. And they're like Walking Dead. It's like the night of the Walking Dead. And they're all shooting up on the street, man. And it's right beside downtown. Right beside downtown. It's the most crazy. There's nothing in Toronto like it. I've never seen anything like it anywhere. It's like this 2-block radius of crackheads. And I take my kids there. And I'm like, this is what happens when you do drugs. You end up here. And my kids are just like, holy shit. Like, they're scared. They're scared. I'm like, you end up like these people. Like, look at these people. They have like holes in their faces. It's bad, man. It's bad. No, Queen and Spadina is nothing on Hastings. There is nowhere in Toronto that has anything on Hastings. It is a zombie apocalypse. That's the best way to explain it. It is a zombie apocalypse. I don't know, man. Vancouver's a weird place. It's a very different place. You've slept on the sidewalks on both? Really? So which one's worse? Hastings or anywhere else in Canada? Because I don't know. I don't know anybody worse than Hastings. That's one of the first places I take everybody when they come to Vancouver is Hastings. I want them to see it. I have to show it to them. I'm like, yo, you got to see this place. It's crazy. It's bad, man. Until you see it for yourself, it's bad. You won't believe it. It's The Walking Dead. It is. It's The Walking Dead. It's a bunch of the Night of the Walking Dead. It's pretty bad. It's sad. And they don't clean it up. In fact, they're building, there's a TD Bank right there. And they're building all these new buildings right there. I don't know. It's crazy. They're like part of the downtown core, man. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. No, man. Toronto does not like that stuff. It's weird here, man. It's like, I thought about doing it. I thought about doing a video. I thought about it. I don't really want to go down there, man. I don't want to interview them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to touch them. It's scary, man. It's scary, man. Like, just Google Hastings Street. YouTube Hastings Street. It's bad. It's bad. Oh, buddy, I'm telling you, it is the worst I've ever seen. And I've been all over Canada. I've been in Edmonton. I've been Calgary. I've been Halifax. I've been Montreal. I've been Winnipeg. I've been Toronto. I've been all the way to Thunder Bay and back in Ontario. I've done a lot of traveling all across Canada, pretty much all of Canada, because I used to run a door-to-door marketing company, and we worked all of Canada. I had 10 offices. We worked everywhere, and I would fly around and literally work everywhere. And I'm telling you, there's nothing like Hastings in Canada that I have seen. Nothing even close. What do I think about Anything Technology Inc? I've never even heard of it. What's the symbol? Rob Nicholas. Hey, Rich, you're a smart guy, but you need to stop playing so much damn rap. Rap isn't even music. It sucks. Okay, so this rap, this is original content. These are songs talking about the stock market. Who else is doing that, Rob? I think it's pretty clever to be the only person in the world talking about stocks and rapping at the same time. Don't you? Do I have any Canadian picks for AI stocks? Yeah, I do. I do. Well, the first one is MCLD. Universal McLeod. That's one of the companies that I've been talking about a lot. Good afternoon from Japan. Hey, how you doing? EXMT. Let me pull it up. You yell full alert, David James? Yo, respect, man. I like that. Even my kids sing the songs, man. I think they're catchy. When kids are singing them, man, kids are the future. No, I don't own shares in MCLD. I should. I like that company so much. Just so many companies I like, and there just isn't enough money right now yet to go around to buy all the stocks that I like. But one day. EXMT. EXMT, is that what the EXMT? You giving me a 0004 stock, bro? EXMT is a 0004 stock, bro. Seriously, man. Seriously, man. Come on, man. Do you really want to live in the underworld? Anything under a penny is the underworld. Do you really want to live in the underworld where there's thousands and millions of bones of investors that have been robbed and stolen and taken from? Do you really want to live in that world? Man, I'm telling you, man, penny stocks are not what people try to make it sound like it's this luxurious world. That is Hastings, man. That is Hastings. You want to know what the underworld is? Penny stocks, that's Hastings. That's what it is. You find one average person out of 1,000 crackheads. That's what penny stocks are. What do I think about integrated cannabis solutions? You know, I bought it and then it went down and I didn't really like that. And then it went back up and then I just sold for a small profit. I'll be watching them next week. You know, I think it's pretty good. I like the fact that they're retiring 500 million shares, but I got bored of it. It went down. I didn't like that. It came back up. I was like, you know what? I'm getting out. Put my money in something a little bit bigger, a little bit better. Penny stocks scare me, man. They scare me. I don't want to hold them. I don't like holding them. I don't like holding them. Thoughts on MMSDF? I really like MacArthur Minerals. I own 10,100 shares. I want to buy more, but I'd like to buy it cheaper. So let these insiders, market makers, and panic sellers take the stock down. I'll buy a bunch and then wait for an explosion. Do I still like Chiron and Labs? I do, but, you know, like anything, you know, they went up. They had a big momentum. I don't know how much they can keep going up and how long they can keep going up, right? I mean, once something starts losing momentum and the volume slows down, that's when I start thinking about getting out. So I always watch the momentum. And once I see the momentum slow down, I'm out. The market makers go through these stocks in and out, in and out. They just pick one stock at a time. Once they're out of that stock, the stock's dead. So why am I going to keep buying it? The market maker has to come and go back in it again. So you got to wait for the next run. So why I'm going to let my money just die? Just sit there and die? No, man. IGNG, guys, we learned about it when it was at 2 cents from Sergio. I got in at 6 originally. I got in at 8. It went to 35. I sold to 33. I mean, I don't know what else to say about IGNG. Like, we're waiting for the RTO, but it's already delayed. So what do you think that means to me? I mean, read between the lines, guys. I see a stock. They've got this press release saying they're doing an RTO. Then in the press release, in the same press release, it's saying that the deal might not go through. Right away, that's a red flag for me. So I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, I don't like the fact they could pull this deal off the table. They're putting it right in their press release. It started to kind of haunt me. I didn't like the feeling. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my money and run and I'll watch it. Since then, all it's done is gone down. But I'm going to be honest with you. The lower it goes, the more I want to buy it. So yeah, I was kind of wanting to buy IGNG under 10 cents. I didn't. Now it's back to like what, 13? I don't know. You know, the momentum's dying for both IGNG and MMS. Yo, Joe, what's up, man? Yo, Joe, did you sell your MMS? Hey, guys, Joe is the man who brought MMS, not me. He is the first that introduced me to MMS when it was at 2 cents. And I didn't listen. Ended up getting in at 10.5 and 12 cents initially. Sold those positions. Now I'm buying it back. So let's see how low it goes. John, you can always lower your cost. And if you bought too much IGNG at the top, you got to ask yourself, why are you spending so much money on a penny stock? With penny stocks, I would not invest more than $1,000. That's my own opinion. $500 to $1,000 on penny stock. I don't take those types of risks on penny stocks. Sometimes I do, but typically I don't. They're very risky. What price am I thinking MMS might go down? Well, it started with this news at 5 cents, so I think it might go back down to 5 cents. I'd love to take, I don't know, 100,000 shares at 5 cents and just hold it. Joe, did you sell? Oh, you're still holding. You're still holding some. Okay, so you sold some. Smart. Take your profits. Joe is saying buy Oscan. Interesting. I like Eve. I've done really well with Eve, and they've been bouncing back and forth. So Eve might be a good pick. Joe, you got 130,000 MMS? Oh, you still got a lot. I only got 10,100 shares of MMS. Only got a little bit. And if it goes down to 5 cents, I'll pick up 100,000. I like CVSI. It's a good pick. Yeah, man. Take those profits when you can. Joe loves Oscan, guys. He absolutely loves Oscan. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it runs and it'll work, but sometimes it'll go the other way and you could lose a lot on these penny stocks. So just be careful, John, please. I don't want to see you lose, man. Ride the waves or load up on ACB. I do kind of look at ACB as a safe haven. It's always been pretty safe. It has its ups and downs, but if you're willing to wait, I don't think I've lost a trade on Aurora Cannabis yet. It's been very good to me, and I'm in on Aurora right now for 1,000 shares at $12.50, and it was down last week all the way down to $11.30, and I never once thought about selling, not even for a second. I was like, okay, I'll just buy more, let it go down. It didn't go down enough for me to want to buy more. I thought about it, but I wanted to go down more. Who is Walgreens going to make a deal with? It'd be nice if they made a deal with Aurora Cannabis. John, I would try to lower my cost if I could, so you get your price down. That's always the way I trade. I don't like to take a massive loss. For you to get that at that price now, I don't know if that's even going to be realistic anytime soon. You got in right at the very top, brother. Got at the very top. The highest it's ever been is 34.9. Wow, we have 161 people watching. Wow, this is crazy. Pretty massive. You guys are lit, man. You guys are lit on a Sunday. It's getting late. We've been live for more than an hour. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea ever to invest more than $500 to $1,000 in a penny stock. That's my own opinion, but I'm not gonna lie. I do more than that sometimes, but man, I pay for it at times too. Like I put thousands into BLPG, which is a sub penny cannabis company at 001. Oh, it hurts. I got like $7,000 in that one. I don't want to talk about it. So you know what I mean? Like when I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to you guys from experience. I don't want you guys to get stuck in penny stocks. Sometimes I win big, but sometimes I lose big. And it sucks when you lose in penny stocks. It sucks. When you win, it's glorious, but when you lose, it sucks. It really sucks because they go to nothing and then they gone. They disappear. So be careful with these penny stocks. For me, a penny stock is anything under a penny. Those are the most risky. Anything under a penny is like the worst. I think MMS is going to do well. I think if you guys are down on MMS, you don't need to panic because that's a $4 billion. That company's got $4 billion of revenue coming in. Yes, Joe, great advice. Don't play with what you cannot afford to lose. 100%. Chaos is going into Walmart tomorrow. Is that KVEB? You're still bag holding shrimp. Man, we even did a song about that. FOMO is real because I didn't want you guys to buy it. And I can't tell you what to do. So we made a song about it. FOMO is real. And it's true. FOMO is real. FOMO is very real. I think the key in the market is not to panic. Have a plan and stick to it.
You know
Listen to the words. KBEV. Yes, KBEV. I'm going to sell ACB when it hits 13 bucks. That's my goal. Or maybe more if it keeps going. If the momentum keeps going, I'll just hold it until it goes higher. Money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. I mean, I'm taking your places, no mistake that you are beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open way. I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hater, this my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Go, panic, go, panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. These are all the companies that I'm watching tomorrow. Carefully on my short watch list. Kenny, just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like, don't call you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic. I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on his eyes like a soccer mom. And when it's gone, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future. There is no need to panic. You're too weak, bro. Because you're looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. I don't cheat. I just move when I cruise to the G code. Yo, so get it, Joe. Get it, bro. Let's do this, Joe. Let's get licensed, brother. This is our time to shine, people. This is our time to shine. Oh, Sproutly. Yo, watch Sproutly tomorrow, guys. Sproutly. And watch Lyft tomorrow. I'm giving you guys my whole watch list that I'm watching tomorrow. My close watch list. These are all the stocks I watch every day. So I watch a little bit of small stocks and some of the big stocks. And a lot of everything in between. But I have a watch list that I watch like religiously. Big board stocks, penny stocks, you know, mid cap stocks. So I'm sharing you guys like what I'm watching going into tomorrow. Not really anything new. It's more just looking at the same stocks that I've been watching because I don't want to. If I'm dating a stock, I kind of know what to expect. I feel like I have a better chance of winning. When I buy a stock that I don't know, I've never watched its trading. I never watch its patterns. I never watch its news. I never know anything about it. I feel like I'm going on a blind date. I don't want that. I want to go and buy stocks that I know. So I think it's important you stay in your lane and you're investing in stocks that you've been watching and buy them when they're at the bottom of their charts and they're beaten up and they're 52-week lows and sell them when they're up. And keep it really, really simple. And I believe if you do that, you will be successful. And if you can be a successful trader, you can have value within this community. Even if you're trading with not even real money, even if you're just trading with fake money, like just paper trading, just to learn, but you can share your knowledge and your winning with the community, you can have a voice and you can be a big part of the community. That's the beauty of this community. We don't judge here based on how much money you have. Like there's a lot of communities where they treat you differently based on your status. Oh, you have a lot of money, I'm going to treat you a certain way. You have a little bit of money, I'm going to treat you a certain way. What I wanted to do is I wanted to create a community that was pure, that was honest. Yes, CTST. I bought CTST too, sorry. Can't trust. Another one of the picks that I'm obviously watching tomorrow. Sorry, guys. I got so many picks in my head. You guys know my picks better than I know my picks. It's good. I like that. So I love you guys. So, yeah, man, there's just so many things going on. So I think it's important to stay in your lane, get to know stocks, get to know their tendencies, and get to know where they trade, get to know their zones. You know, watch Aurora Cannabis for a few years like I have. You get to know that around $5, it's the absolute bottom. And around 13 to 15, it has a lot of resistance. That's the top. So if you buy at 5 and sell at 13, 15, you're making a killing. And I know guys that just do that. They literally just wait for that. They wait all year for that one chance to buy Aurora at $5. I know one of our guys, Sabby, he did it and he's up 100 grand. I mean, that's just genius. You know, like so everybody has their own way of trading. I've been in this game for a long time. I have a lot of experience in this industry, not just trading, but in the industry, working with public companies. This is why I'm very confident that one day we will be public and we will be successful. But I always wanted to make sure that before we did that, that we were A, big enough, B, that I was ready. Because it's not a small undertaking. Because when you're public, you are transparent. So everybody knows everything about your financials. They know everything about every penny, where it's going, why it's going there, and they can judge you based on that. So for me, I'm in no rush to do that. I want to do that when we're ready. Because it's vital that we do it right. Because if we do it right, we are setting ourselves up for generation after generation of wealth. Generational wealth. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. These public companies, that's what they are. They're printing presses, and it's a license for them to sell stock. So don't hold a stock that somebody else can sell into you. The only time you should hold a stock is when it's your own stock. When Rich TV Live goes public, I'll hold my own stock. Other than that, I ain't holding anyone else's stock. Why would I hold my own stock? Because I want to set that tone for my company. Hey, I'm not selling. I'm going to hold my shares because I believe in my company. But others might not want to hold. But that's the only time I'd be willing to hold because I control my company. I can have a say in what my company does. I believe that my company is going to grow. So I'm going to hold my shares. But if I don't have a say in that public company, if I don't control that public company, if I'm not on the inside of the public company, why would I hold their shares? What guarantee do I have that I'm going to make money? What guarantee do you have that you're going to make money? What guarantee do you have that someone is not going to sell into you? Either a market maker, an insider, a short trader, a day trader. There's so many different people that could sell into you. A banker, a whale. There's so many people that could sell into you guys. You have to understand this. This is not like smoke and mirrors. This is not sunshine and butterflies. This is a stock market. This is where fish go to get eaten by whales. We're fish. The whales want to eat us. It's their objective to eat us. This is why we can't let them. A whale is somebody that is rich, that has unlimited money, and that could put in millions of dollars in a heartbeat in a stock. That's a whale. So they're the ones that control the markets. Unless you can do that, you're just a sliver. Investment bankers. Some of them could be categorized as whales, but 99% of them will never be whales. A whale to me is someone that has, 100 million plus, 100 million to $1 billion. Michael, that's what this is about. This is about learning. I'm learning from you guys too. I'm learning from you guys. I get picks from you guys. You guys get picks from me. You guys get picks from members. Other members get picks from members. We win. We help each other win. We talk about stocks. We talk about whether or not we should buy them, whether or not we should sell them, what stocks we should be watching. This is the beauty of the community. And I don't want to ever put pressure on anybody to buy or sell stocks. I just want you guys to learn. I don't even put pressure on my kids to buy or sell stocks, but I tell them they have to learn. They have to learn about stocks and they have to learn about houses. I tell them every day. I'm like, I don't care if you're a doctor, if you're a soccer player, if you're a dentist, if you're a garbage man, but you need to learn about the stock markets and you need to learn about real estate. Because if you make money, you need to invest it somewhere. And the best two places to invest for me are stocks and real estate. And I would say a third would be commodities. And then a fourth would be cryptocurrency. But that goes on highly, highly risky. Right? Yeah, I know Future Farms. Yeah, T-God's a great company. That's why they're one of my top picks. I just dropped the top 10 list for April, and T-God's on my list. I love T-God. I love the price right now. I think it's a fantastic price. I think it's a fantastic company. Can you get some MCLD love, please? I mean, I think I talk about MCLD a lot. I interviewed the CEO. Love the company. Anytime there's any news, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to continue to bring you guys different types of businesses. I think it's important for us to be diversified and for us to, because we have so many members, for us to watch the whole markets. I don't care if we make money on gold, silver, oil and gas, real estate, cryptocurrencies, stocks. I don't give a shit. I just want to make money. Straight. I don't really care. And I think we got a lot of smart people here doing a lot of different things. So if we put our brains together, we can move mountains. I believe that. IMT, International Montoro Resources, good company, resource company. Resource companies are a little bit slower sometimes. If they hit gold, expect it to skyrocket. If they hit a type of silver or uranium or anything along those lines, yeah, I think the stock will skyrocket. But until then, it's all just talk. It's all just talk until then. Yes, Medman is a giant. And it's also the price the lowest out of all the giants. That's why I absolutely love them. You believe T-God is overvalued, Joe? Joe, you're saying this as a shareholder. You got more shares here than anybody. And you're saying they're overvalued. You're the best, Joe. I love you, man. You're awesome. Joe just says it straight. Joe, how many shares of T-God do you have, bro? Don't tell anybody why you don't like them. I don't want to create panic selling. Don't do that, Joe. Just keep it quiet, please. I don't want to create a problem here, okay? Joe has what, 50? You have 50,000 shares of T-God or $50,000? Because over 50,000 shares? Holy shit. Yo, you're a beast, bro. You're a beast. Oh my goodness. The man has over 50,000 shares of T-God and he's sitting there saying they're overvalued. Like that is, see right there, Joe, you are a special guy. It takes a special guy to do what you're doing right now. I don't know too many guys that would do that. Oh my goodness. Oh. You had 2.4 million of MMS, sold half at 14 cents. Holy shit. He's just taking some profit and buying back in. No need to panic. Yeah. So, like, is there a reason? Why are people reciting Jesus in here? Yo, listen, bro. You got to go. You got to go. That can't happen here. Sorry, bro. You got to go, man. That's just weird. That's just odd. Hey, guys, if you're a moderator and some guy comes in here talking about some weird stuff, he's got to go. I'm sorry. We got to focus here. You know what I mean? We need to stay focused. I don't know what that was all about, man, but man, you know what I mean? Just totally out to lunch. Like, what is wrong with people? My goodness. So odd. And nothing against religion, but we ain't a church. My goodness. No, I know. Joe was holding a lot of MMS. The stock went up in America, but you couldn't sell it in Canada. So you could sell it in America. It's kind of weird. Rich TV Live, go buy Namaste. Do you know how much Namaste is worth, even at these prices? Agroflora, great pick. Guys, Agroflora, definitely. AGRA, keep your eye on it. They've been absolutely on fire, and they are supported by some monsters. Gary, you're winning, man. Congratulations, man. I'm really happy. I want everybody here to win more than anything. That's what I want. I want you guys to win. This is why I'm telling you guys these things. This is why I'm teaching you guys these things, because I want you guys to learn, and I want you guys to be like so good that when I'm making a mistake, you're calling me out. Rich, you should have sold. Why didn't you sell, Rich? Why didn't you sell, Rich? Oh, I should have sold. I held. I should have sold. I want you guys saying that to me. You know? T-God won a court ruling? What, this weekend? So T-God's going to fly? Yo, Joe. Guys, is this new news? Tell me this is new news. Tell me this is new news. When did they win this court ruling? Was this recent? Because that's like full alert type news. I love me some T-God. Joe believes T-God will be $20 to $25 in 2 years. Yeah, I see that. I definitely see that. I've been watching T-God since they did their IPO. A huge fan of T-God. Huge fan of T-God. So last week, they won a court case. Interesting. I wasn't even aware of that. So many things going on. All right, guys. Put T-God on full alert. It's one of my top 10 picks for April. If you haven't seen my top 10 video, watch my top 10 video for April. They're all winners. You can book it. They're all winners. You can book it. They're all winners. I'm telling you, they're all winners. Tell me one that's not on that list. Oh, another one. Watch these guys. They are beasts. CLIQ. They are a beast. All right, party people. It's getting late. It's 8. We in Van City, where it's pretty, and the weed is never shitty. It's true. If you got it, roll it, spark it. It's got to be 420 somewhere. All right. And if you haven't joined the Telegram, join the Telegram already. Like, come on. Because when we're done here, the party goes into Telegram. It's true. It's true. Wow, 175 likes. You guys are lit. Wow. Oh my goodness. You guys are lit. Yo, this is live, man. This is live and interactive. This is live as it gets. In the flesh. Live and interactive. Hey, man, just having fun with you guys, man. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for bringing me in your homes on a Sunday. I'll give you a link. You have to download Telegram and then search Rich TV Live. But I'll give you a link. After you download, follow this link. There are 641 members in there. It's about to pop it fat. I ain't gotta stop the rap and tell you that you copping that. Vivo, I got it in my speedo. Eyes closed eating burritos or chopping on some Cheetos. You know, I'm like, yeah, you gotta buy that shit. It's the new strike on these haters in the missile. Did you hate CLIQ is Alcana, yes. You're not clicking the link to Telegram? It's all your loss there, bro. Yo, is that a bitch-ass hater right there? Yo, I found a hater. I found a troll. I didn't get a chance to get rid of them. What happened? Somebody else got to them first? Bitch-ass troll. Bitch-ass hater-ass troll. Trying to squeeze in the live stream. See how pathetic these trolls and haters are? Oh my goodness. Bitch ass, hater ass, whack ass motherfucking troll. You know what? Just because that bitch ass troll said that, I got a song for you, bitch ass trolls. I got a song for you guys. The bitch ass trolls. Whack ass, sorry ass trolls. Bitch ass, sorry ass, whack ass trolls. I only got one word for these types of people. You know what I mean? But don't worry. The best revenge is success. Yo, Brent, mad respect, bro. You were quick. You got there before me. I wanted to do it. I was ready to press the button. You got him. I was like, yo, you hit him before me, bro. You hit him before me. This is troll hunting season. I dedicate this song to Brent Jaggers. You are a scholar, my friend. You got the troll. You got the troll. You hit the troll. When the trolls hit, we hit them back. When the haters hit, we hit them back. Because what do bullies hate? Getting bullied. When you bully us, we hit back. We don't run from nobody. The link isn't working because you don't have Telegram on your phone. Download Telegram first. Greenspan, please join the Telegram group. Hey, Greenspan. See you later, bro. This song's for you, bitch ass troll. Peace. Just like that. Just like that. You gone. I don't gotta prove shit to you, motherfucker. You ain't shit to me. You just a bitch ass hating ass motherfucking troll. What proof do I need other than the fact that I've been on YouTube for 2 fucking years, dropping videos every fucking day for free? You need more proof than that? Bitch ass, whack ass, motherfucking troll. It is what it is. It is what it is. Listen to the words. I don't gotta prove shit. I don't gotta prove shit. Everybody else, they got lots to prove. But your boy, 2 years. 2 years of winners. Type in Rich TV Live. Watch the videos, man. 2 years. I got nothing to prove. 2 years of winners. That's enough proof. Trolls are weak, man. So weak. They're so soft. They can't even come at you with anything real. Before I click on that link, I gotta see whether or not you're real. Before I click on that link, I need to determine whether or not you're real. Bitch, who the fuck are you? Are you real? Who the fuck are you, bitch? I'm out. I'm out. Whack ass, troll ass bitch.